Hello everybody, it's Bob Bentley here from www.bestdehumidifiersforhomereviews.com. Today I'm going to tell you how to choose the best dehumidifier for your needs in 7 simple steps. First of all, I want to let you know that you've come to the right place if you're watching this video, because I have over 30 years experience and I like to give independent, impartial and knowledgeable advice and dehumidifier reviews. And if you want to come to my blog, plug, please do. bestdehumidifiersforhomereviews.com. Right, let's get started. Choosing the right dehumidifier for your home can be a tricky one. Now, you see, there are so many on the market these days, ranging from different brands to different features to different pint sizes. Picking the ideal dehumidifier can be hard, and they are not cheap either, so best not make any mistakes and get it right from the get-go. But fear not, watch this video and I'll help you choose the best dehumidifier for a basement, or the best dehumidifier for your home or your bedroom or your kitchen. So let's get cracking. Here is the first way to tackle this stressful task of choosing the best dehumidifier for your needs in 7 easy steps. Right, step 1. What room is your dehumidifier for? If you need a dehumidifier in your bedroom, you can expect to buy a different one compared to purchasing one for your basement. Why? Well, the humidity levels in your basement, i.e. damp, will certainly be worse than in your bedroom or say kitchen or bathroom. Obviously in your bathroom there's a lot of condensation, especially if you shower a lot, which I hope you do. Now, if your humidity issue is pretty bad in your bedroom, I would not hesitate to recommend a 70 pint dehumidifier to zap it out straight away, as breathing damp air can really affect your health and cause all sorts of allergies. You have to be so careful, especially if it's a child's room. Now, if the issue is in your basement and you don't sleep in there, kitchen or bathroom, I would actually still recommend a 70 pint dehumidifier. Why? Because often these rooms, the humidity levels are very sky high and you need a solution fast. So if you go for a 25 pint dehumidifier as an example, it will work, but it will take a lot longer to reduce the humidity levels. Step 2, how big is the area that needs the dehumidifier? Now this step is very important because the best dehumidifier for you needs to be able to remove the humidity in a whole room in order to get rid of the issues completely, once and for all. Now the general rule of thumb which I use is for a 500 square foot area where there is a moderate damp, it would require at least a 20 pint dehumidifier. But once again, for extremely wet floors and areas, I'd always go for a 70 pint dehumidifier. They're not that much more expensive compared to a 20 pint, and you would be zapping the problem very quickly. Step 3. Are you happy to manually empty the water bucket every 24 hours or even sooner, every time it gets filled to the top? Now, if you're happy to manually empty the water bucket, which comes with dehumidifiers, then of course you can use a portable dehumidifier and place it in an area where the damp is at its worst. Now this also means you can move the portable dehumidifier around the room or in other rooms. And most come with wheels to make this easier for you because they can be slightly heavy. Now if you want to keep your humidity level constant and consistent throughout the year, you may want to consider purchasing a whole house dehumidifier. Now there's an article on my website where you can read more pros and cons of installing a whole house dehumidifier, so head over to bestdehumidifiersforhomereviews.com and check it out. Step 4, what is your budget? Now the best dehumidifier for you must also fit your budget requirements. For example, a whole house dehumidifier system is very expensive and it can cost thousands of dollars. But a portable dehumidifier though can range from anything from $50 up to $300 based on the pint size of the dehumidifier and the brand that manufactures the dehumidifier. Now personally I always prefer a Frigidere dehumidifier over many of the other brands, simply because Frigidere dehumidifiers have always worked perfectly for me and my customers. If however you're on a budget, you can go for a lesser known brand of dehumidifier like the Gurin Renewable Wireless Mini Dehumidifier. And if you're on my blog, there's a link on the page, and if not, you can head over, look at the description on the YouTube description below, and you can find this Gurin Renewable. I think it's around only $20. Step 5. Do you want a super quiet dehumidifier, or are you happy with a little constant hum? Now, a significant point to consider here is the volume of the dehumidifier. If the dehumidifier is in your basement and you don't sleep down there, it doesn't really matter if it makes a noise. If, however, it's in your bedroom, of course you need a very quiet dehumidifier. How else will you sleep? Now, by choosing a warm type of dehumidifier, you often get quieter humming compared to a cool mist type of dehumidifier, which is a bit louder. The con, though, is that a cool mist type of dehumidifier needs to be cleaned regularly, or it could very easily become a breeding ground for dust mites and other germs. Yuck! Hope you're keeping up. Step 6, your manufacturer's guarantee. Now, you want to make sure any dehumidifier you buy is guaranteed for at least 1 year from the manufacturer. Dehumidifiers are often left on for days, if not weeks, and even months at a time. Therefore, you need to make sure you have a solid guarantee in place should your dehumidifier break down. Now, most manufacturers offer a 1 year guarantee, and depending where you purchase the dehumidifier from, you can often purchase extra cover. This comes with an extra cost, of course. However, the best dehumidifiers I've come across work for years without any need to replace them. But of course, you have to look after the dehumidifier and perform regular service checks yourself, like simple things, cleaning the filters. The final step, 7, where do you live? Now, depending on where you live, the humidity level will be different throughout different parts of the year. For example, if you live in Florida, you will most likely need a dehumidifier all year round because it's very humid there. However, if you live in New York, you only really need a dehumidifier in the winter time when it's raining. Therefore, depending on where you live can dictate the type and best dehumidifier for you. If you do live in a state like Florida, then I would recommend either a whole house dehumidifier, it would be a very, very good investment, or a high 70 pint Frigidaire dehumidifier. If, however, you only need a dehumidifier for a couple of months of the year and you live in a small apartment, then go for a portable dehumidifier every time that is cheap and cheerful and just keeps your humidity low. Now, I hope that's it for now, the simple 7 steps. I know I've gone through these very quickly. You can always go back and watch this video again. If you get a chance, head over to my blog, which gives honest dehumidifier reviews and advice. Rest assured, each dehumidifier that I review has been done with honesty and integrity. And if I think a dehumidifier is excellent, I'll sing its praises. And if I think it's rubbish, I'll slate it down to the ground. So head over to www.bestdehumidifiersforhomereviews.com. I know it's a mouthful. That's www.bestdehumidifiersforhomereviews.com, and I'll see you there.